how Team Dignitas responds to this one.
I really like this one. I was about to say it was hardest to actually got out. Actually, he was the one who brought out the nano boosted Farah, but he was from LT Esports. But let's go into our first map, guys. Ninjas in Pyjamas and Team Dignitas. For NIP, we have Fraggy, Mahu, Zuppy, Himzy, Zapis, and Kainel.
And okay, so actually, it was predicted that Himzy was going to be on the Roadhog. He's such a good Roadhog. He gets so many of those hooks right on point, and they make such the difference for Ninjas Pyjamas. I feel like it's one of the strongest points from Ninjas Pyjamas. It's Himzy on that Roadhog, and of course the Zapis on Mei as well.
Yeah, now Team Dignitas will be the one who are on the attacking side, has the offensive Far Mercy combo. Vaynes as well as Toxic going to be attacking from high up above, so we'll see if Zapis can connect the Icicles, or will Himzy be the one to actually connect the hook, and that's going to be the case. But Drakeus with a nice shield just to save his DPS hero there, and it's right off the bat, NAP just going in aggressive against Dignitas.
That's such an aggressive defense there. And Zapis gets the kill onto the Mercy, which means I feel like the Farah is going to be coming up next. And you do not pick a Farah if Himzy is around, because he knows how to get the hook on you. It's very easy for him. Mafu getting 2 kills there, and Team Dignitas not starting off with a good push.
I have to give it though to Drakeus. Like I said, he was the support before for Dignitas, but no, he's looking very comfortable with this, being a front line right now. And if he didn't put out that shield, Toxic would have been dead earlier.
This is not the general push that we normally see, because there's so many places to flank here from the attacking side. Normally you'd wait for that chokehold where you've got a little bit more control here, but Ninjas in Pyjamas, it's a very aggressive defense, and so far it seems to be working for them. And already the ulti ready coming from Fraggy, but he misses that charge.
Actually missing that charge because of the concussive blast coming in from Toxic, but it doesn't even matter as Zapis putting down the Blizzard and getting the 4K for Ninjas in Pyjamas there. And Zapis is looking for more. Toxicant is in a world of hurt, actually has to immediately drop down after his ultimate, as he took quite a bit of damage though. Gets 2 and is trying to control his flight maneuverability against Ninja Pyjamas, against NIP, as the payload is being pushed slowly but surely.
Toxicant took out both of the tanks from Ninjas in Pyjamas, so now they should be able to push this uncontested until those tanks get here. And I feel, I'm not sure if they're gonna contest or just wait past that checkpoint.
Ninjas in Pyjamas almost having their ultimates there, 3 in the war chest, so Graviton Surge as well as the whole hog does a lot of damage right there, and he actually gets it. But the sound barrier comes in from Kainel just to save his team, but Elixir comes from the backline, gets a 1 kill, looks for the second, looks for the third, but Zap is already in his Ice Form. Still, the payload is moving for Dignitas right here. Zap is activating his own Blizzard there. He's looking for it, but Toxic is still on the sidelines, but gets lasered down. He's blinded, but there comes Vaynes with the Resurrect. Brings almost all of his teammates there, but Himzy is here, nano boosted. He's gonna try to get the kill onto Drakeus, but Dignitas are holding their ground strong here, though Ninjas Pyjamas are actually falling one after the other as Toxicant is pulling out all the stops with a huge rocket barrage right there.
Yeah, it looks like Kinnell was trying to delay that push for as long as possible, and it looked like a tactical suicide there by the entire team, just waiting for that Mercy to res them, and almost got caught out with the Mei nearly taking out before the res came out, but alas, Team Dignitas got good timing on that res, and now they've hit the first checkpoint, and they've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds to get to the second.
Normally you'd actually see Team Dignitas, or rather NIP, play this aggressively when they're already, you know, they were on the first attack. They had the time to work with. Hold that thought. I'm just gonna.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's okay.
I was faltering a little bit there. Let's just go to the attack.
Okay, so it's Toxicant laying down some damage. Escort is going to be coming around the corner now, and now it's going to be Fraggy jumping onto the payload, saying, "Stop that now. We need to repel them for as long as possible." Because Dignitas, you do not give them an edge. Don't even give them. You don't give them an inch. They will take more than a couple of miles.
Graviton Surge already coming out from Bromas there, but Zapis already waiting for Toxicant in the sidelines. Linkser gets pinned to the wall by Fraggy. That was damaged. Pretty well dealt by NIP.
Yeah, seeing Bromas on the Zari, he's doing a really good job, and you saw Fraggy there. He went for that charge against Linkser, who had his ult ready, and he denied him that, but then he got taken out by Drakeus.
Almost using the hammer down from Fraggy, but Linkser is back with the vengeance, has the Hellfire shotguns, and his Death Blossom is primed and ready. There's 2 minutes left onto the clock. Is there any high ground control for Dignitas? I don't think.
Yeah, sorry, I was mistaken. It was Linkser that got the kill onto Fraggy. It wasn't Drakius. Drakius did fall to that the push in the return charge from Fraggy.
PMC is up on top. I think nobody knows that he's there on Chapel. If he gets a good hook, this could be the start that NIP are looking for. But Dignitas do have 2 ultimates to work with. There's a nano boost. Not yet activated though. But here comes Zappis with the drop down. Gets the kill onto Toxic. That's pretty good from him. And look at this charge. Immediately stopped as a sleeping dart. And stun actually connecting onto Drakius. But that's not going to be enough though. The bubble just saves Zappis with the sliver of HP and gets immediately healed up. And Drakeus not going to be able to capitalize on that one. And Dignitas gets immediately shut down here by NIP. NIP with the reposition.
And Toxic has switched out to the Winston. They want to go for a little bit more meat in their push here. So it's going to be the 3 tanks and the 1 DPS. That's still part of the new meta. And now Ninja Pyjamas again pushing back behind the escort, behind the payload. Sorry, and it looks like it's a slow push still from Dignitas. They got 2 ults ready. They can go for the.
Graviton Surge being used there by Mafu, but you can see here Laser is already back with the vengeance, though he used his ultimate, but everybody on NIP was up on top. They just dropped down after they actually stopped the ultimate of Linkser there, and I believe that was Fraggy getting a 4K onto Dignitas.
Bromas, the only person left alive after that fight. Team Dignitas is actually losing these battles, and Ninja Pyjamas they still have ults to work with here. But so did Team Dignitas, but I'm not sure how they can make that work because they still have the survivability with Kinel's sound barrier.
Alright, Dignitas looking to actually wrap around as NIP are seeing where they are positioned at the opposite side of the map. Himsy here, look at that, he just takes Himser, or rather Linkser down with 2 right clicks, almost connecting the hook onto the Lucio there. They're trying to drop down. Himsy is here.
The timing of the wake up from Himsy. He saw him wake him up there and then there was the sound barrier, but that still did not work out for Toxicin. And Himsy, he's cleaning up now. And then we've got, it's into overtime here, and now they've only got the Ana and the Reaper left on the payload.
Good Bayara grenade there onto Himsy, and Linkser is on a boosted rampage. He's trying to open up something for his team. Does get the double, but Zappis is here trying to delay for as long as possible. Dignitas are pushing this to overtime, but NIP is here for the contest. Up on top, it's going to be Fraggy. Will he actually drop down or just use this shield? No ultimates yet for the ninjas, but Dignitas do have Linkser, as well as Drakeus almost up with their ultimate, so this could be a huge impact play.
Dignitas did win those fights
for their overtime.
Yeah, you saw Dignitas, they'd won that team battle, even though some of their teammates had already died. Linkser was cleaning up Ninjas in Pyjamas, and now they're still going to the overtime. Almost ran out there. You saw how quickly it started running out. That's ridiculously fast. Look at that, and it's going to be Ninja Pyjamas. Sorry, Team Dignitas with 1 point only on the board.
I heard Linkser actually activating his ultimate there, but it didn't actually net any kills for Dignitas.
Too little, too late. And so you saw how aggressive Ninja Pyjamas was there with their initial defense, and we'll see if they'll be just as aggressive as they push. It'd be pretty funny if it was a defensive push.
Yeah, Ninja Pyjamas gonna be the offensive team now, and Zappis will be playing on the offensive. Hanzo, nothing out of the ordinary here for NIP as they yet play again to their strengths. Dignitas actually putting Linkser on the main now, as Toxicin will be playing on the Zarya. Dignitas looking for actually showing a lot of versatility here, but it actually hasn't allowed them to get anything against or away from NIP.
Now Zappis going on the offensive Hanzo. Zappis has really good aim, and there's plenty of squishy heroes for Team Dignitas. You've got the Lucio, you've got the Ana, you've got Reaper and Mei. A well-placed headshot onto them can easily take them out, and plus he has the zoning. His ult Dragon Strike that can move everyone off the payload, which would be really helpful for their push.
Yeah, and it kind of just helps NIP here just because of that sonar arrow, allowing NIP to immediately adjust to where the brunt of Team Dignitas are, just because they have 3 huge bodies to work with. You know, just put them in the front line, and then Himsy's right there. If he can get a good hook, that's where NIP will play to their strengths, get those easy pickoffs, and then keep pushing the payload. Dignitas here do have the possibility of using really good Mei walls, as well as Drakeus, who has been a solid frontline, but NIP, I mean, looking at that round 1, just overwhelming Team Dignitas right off the bat.
You know, there's also the flank for Zappis to utilize. You go around the back and you can get a lot of information and a lot of damage coming from the back of that first chokehold.
Look at this. Dignitas are not going to play like what NIP did and are going to just hold back a little bit. Bubble onto Linkster there. Spots out Zappis trying to go up the wall. The Miji backs off. There's the sonar arrow going to show most of the members of Dignitas as Zappis is going to try to at least charge off his arrows.
He's actually missing a couple of his shots here, not doing any damage, you can see it. He's missing his shots and maybe he doesn't seem to be on his game here. Normally he would have hit those already.
That's true, but he spots out Bromas and Bromas immediately backs off as he doesn't want to hit an arrow to the face. Pumpkin head, that's very fragile. But Linkster is controlling with the ice wall. It's already up to 70% from the looks of it, and that could be a huge distraction play here, or prolonging play that Linkster can use. It's up already. Will he unleash the blizzard as NIP are looking to actually flank from the right side?
Zuppy is also, you can't discount that, 80% already for him, and well, the rest of his team, nothing yet, and they're down 3 minutes now for this push, and they've got it this far, but of course, you know, Team Dignitas were waiting at the chokehold. Zappis didn't utilize that backdoor like I thought he was going to, and now Himsy, he's gonna go rather aggressive there. He starts drinking in midair as well, that was pretty nice, and avoids being frozen by Linkster.
Yeah, props to Toxican though, or rather from Mafu though, using the bubble onto Himsy so that he doesn't get frozen there, but Drakeus has been unleashed. Gets a double, actually it's gonna be Bromas and Linkster to follow up from the backside and has his ultimate up. So after that initial disengage from Dignitas, they have 2 ultimates to work with, and this could be their stopping potential against NIP as they only have like 1 point, and then if NIP gets 2, it's already GG for map 1.
That's right, Bromas actually took out all of their tanks there, so they couldn't do that push, and that was well played by him. And he's got his ulti there as well. He's got it ready. He didn't even have to use it to take them out.
Oh man, if they had a Graviton Surge, this could be the Wombo combo that they could be looking for. But Bromas is right here.
They have no idea.
Oh, he's gonna unleash the beast, but only gets the 1 onto Zappis as Zuppy spots out Bromas there from the sidelines. Fraggy has his Earth Shatter, but almost connects. Does he though? No, that will be the shield, but Vainless almost getting hit there. Trying to run away from the clutches of Fraggy. Fraggy swiping left and right. But Vainless is surviving for the longest time. Vainless, are you gonna die? Yes, he will to Mafu. But as they see that, Dignitas activating their own ultimate, their own Graviton Surge from Toxic in there, and get the 2 kills. And Ninja's Pyjamas are on the retreat. Vainless surviving for the longest of times.
Look how much time they've got left. They've got 1 minute left.
Shield
Ninjas
there.
and Pyjamas are not hitting their strikes. You can see Zappis, he's missing on that Hanzo. And Fraggy couldn't even take out the Ana. The Ana was just too slippery for him. Not a high mobility character either.
Yeah.
This is uncharacteristic of NIP. They don't normally play to this level. Normally they're doing much better than this. Himsy not even getting his hooks going.
Just looks like miscommunication for NIP in this initial map, and Linkster is having the time of his life. 1 kill onto Fraggy as he tries to pin or to chip down more of the tanks here for Ninjas and Pyjamas. You can see that Zap is actually shifting up to the Mei, maybe using these Mei walls for NIP to actually push out, you know, zone away, or push away rather, Dignitas. They have 2 ultimates to work with, but Dignitas have 2 of their own. The nano boosted Reinhardt is something to be afraid of, and Drakeus has in Earth Shatter to boot, so you gotta be afraid of that one. But they do push with Fraggy, nano boosted there. He's actually a bit too wild as he's not getting any kills at all. He gets frozen, so he actually puts down a good Earth Shatter. Drakeus gonna get pinned down here, and that is 1 for the 1 in terms of tanks. Bromas gets to get the kill onto Himsy. And you can see that Bromas is ready and waiting with the Death Blossom. Will he unleash it as he kills Kinnell with the shotguns there and gets 2 kills? With the help from Linkster onto Fraggy as well as Mafu. So you can see here that Dignitas are holding on strong and pushes NIP to overtime.
Team Dignitas has such an unbreakable defense here. You saw how well played Dignitas did that. Now their team is actually getting taken out now. Himsy getting the kill onto Zarya and Zappis onto Lucio. And now it looks like they're going to be pushing to the first checkpoint. But Team Dignitas, they've been holding out really well here, much better than compared to Ninja Pyjamas' initial defense.
This is what we're talking about. When Ninjas and Pyjamas are forced are forced ready to overtime, they will actually shift up their champion pool, or hero pool rather. And you can see there that Himsy playing at least with the Tracer to stick to the payload and maybe get some fast kills, and that's what they did, and they were able to get that first point. Now, Team Dignitas are going to be fighting for their lives on this first map as only a couple of meters left before that payload pushes to the second checkpoint.
Yeah, Ninjas in Pyjamas, it feels like they haven't warmed up almost. They're not hitting the hits that they'd usually be hitting really easily. Himsy jumping straight into Bromas there, and that's an easy pick out for Bromas. And there's the nano boost onto Fraggy. He's not been making them work so far.
Fraggy pinning down Bromas.
Oh, that's interesting.
Was that?
He can't pin an Ana, but he can pin a Tracer. I'll believe that.
Puts down a 2-man Earth Shatter. Mafu gets the kill onto Linkser, so that's one high DPS character from Dignitas down. And we do see that Drakeus is gonna return the favor, gets the Fire Strike onto Zuppy, and is not yet done. He's gonna go onto Himsy there and slaps Himsy up on top. Spots Fraggy here. Will he actually charge? Is he hungry for it? Actually, is on cooldown yet, but Mafu is trying to run away for his life. He's maximum charge, but are they gonna waste this? Zarya's charge points. Yes, he does. Toxic gets the final say on that one, and it looks like Dignitas will be holding on. 1 minute left into the clock for NIP to work with here, but Dignitas have found their composure, and it looks like they are working well against NIP.
They've got 2 ults ready for Ninjas in Pyjamas. It's the Mei and it's the Lucio, but they've got nothing offensive to go on. They don't have enough DPS to take out Team Dignitas. Team Dignitas, I feel like they're getting the really good picks here, and they're winning all of these fights.
Oh, Toxicant almost gets killed there, but survives as he bubbles himself. Linkster gonna have to wraith away, but not enough as that Ice Wall blocks his exit path. Himsy gets a double. And that payload is pushing 30 seconds left onto the clock, and this could be close. Team Dignitas are on the brink of losing map 1. They have to run it to the payload right now, or else NIP will be our map 1 winners. Fraggy has an Earth Shatter. When he sees an opening, he will unleash it. Gets the kill onto a charger to Chaos, and this could be it. There's an Earth Shatter as well as the Graviton Surge coming in from Mafu. Toxicant is on the sidelines, misses with the Fire Strike, but Mafu is there, gets the kill on Toxicant. It's gonna be Team Dignitas to lose against NIP. NIP gets Dorado.
You see what happened there? It was Team Dignitas. They were winning those fights. They were getting all the kills they had to, and Ninja Pyjamas, they were missing, but their objective sense was so good, and they just stuck to it in that last battle was really crucial for Team Dignitas, and I actually thought they were going to take that.
I actually felt that too, but Ninjas in Pyjamas just too good with having this triple tank setup. Dignitas were not able to find the correct formula to actually go against with it. Look at this, Fraggy is having the time of his life. That Graviton Surge and Nano Boost is setting up everything for him. All he has to do is press that mouse one, and he is good to go. Not even needed to Earth Shatter that one.
You saw that. It seemed like he'd finally warmed up. He couldn't hit an Ana, okay? But then he started off. He got up and onto the Tracer and thought, you know what, I can go for the rest of them. He got a Nano Boost and he took out the entire team, and there he was hitting his hits and making the difference he had to make with that tank setup.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, Dignitas did a good job stalling in the first choke point, just breaking NIP's momentum.
Yeah, so for the first point where NIP was on the defending side, really good early zoning, because I'm pretty sure they anticipated the Far Mercy, and since Himsy is a really killer Roadhog, so they wanted the early control. They wanted the getting the first kill on for themselves. They bought a lot of time there, and I gotta say, awesome biotic grenades coming from Zuppy. Yeah, like 4, 5 at times, and it actually really denies the Lucio heal and just allows or opens a lot of opportunities for their team. Also, I love the ultimate management from NIP when they were on defending. Meanwhile, for the attacking side, I was seriously not really afraid, but more like so worried because they couldn't get to the first point. Not at all. And then they were very stubborn again from the 3-3. And then eventually when it was about to go overtime, they had to switch to Tracer. And then I kind of understand that they want to be stubborn because we already mentioned that they don't want to reveal too much if they keep using the other composition. And then for Dignitas, you can tell that something is up for NIP when you know that despite the mistake of the sleeping dart from Team Dignitas onto Draki, was it?
Drakeus.
Drakeus? Fraggy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You said Draggy.
Oh my,
so
I'm mixing up the names. I'm sorry about that.
Fraggy.
So despite the mistake, NIP still couldn't take advantage of that. And then, so I gotta hand it to NIP there. They really clutched that one out.
Yeah, another thing I noticed was, despite NIP winning that, and not doing so well in the team fights. Himsy, every time that Anna got a sleep dart to someone, Himsy was waking them up straight away, and they were defending themselves and surviving all these fights. So Himsy needs to work on his communication there.
Yeah, but now it's gonna be NIP with the offensive. As they're going to be on the attacking team, and Dignitas will be on the defending. Bromas taking out a Soldier 76.
And there's also Torbjorn as well for Link, so that's interesting. We did see, well, I just saw a match recently where they actually employed, for the offensive side, an offensive Bastion, and they went for the underground and went for a quiet peek into the room ahead of the payload, and then there they set up their Bastion, and actually they made it quite effective, and they did end up winning that map.
Like that's gonna be not the case here for NIP.
Yeah, no, they didn't see that match, obviously.
I think they did. They were like, oh no, we're not gonna put Jaeger with his Bastion shenanigans.
You wait, I'll be a pro player once Bastion's in the meta.
Oh man, I mean, I think Bastion is in a sweet spot right now. Niche pick. If a team has a certain strategy for it, it can be pulled off. But it looks like Dignitas. Yeah.
Torbjorn, interesting position for his turret there. Nowhere near it if it needs a repair.
Yeah. Well, I do see I think most high player Torbjorns will actually just use this as a secondary defense, and they'll be the ones who are hitting the right click shots. But oh my goodness!
That's a well-placed biotic grenade
there.
there.
That was glorious from Vainless.
I love that name. I don't know why that's funny.
He doesn't have any icicles in his veins because he has no veins.
Oh. Stop. Oh,
Ice in his veins.
Bromas, so that's actually an interesting defense. Going for a defensive soldier, he doesn't deal that high amount of damage to take out tanks, not like a Reaper or a Tracer can, because Tracer, it's steady, slow damage to get the kills, and for Reaper, it would be quick damage up close. And Soldier 76 is more about survivability, especially with his healing ability.
Yeah, his biotic field, but it looks like Zappis, with the nano boost there, will be able to at least put the damage onto Bromas, but he made Torbjorn angry, and when Torbjorn's angry, he will just right-click into all of his opponents and get all those juicy damage and kills, but still, you can see here that NIP is just too tanky. They have to reach Zuppy in the backline or risk losing against all of these high HP targets, and that's going to be the case here. Look at this, 3 immediate frags for NIP, and Bromas is on the retreat. It looked like Dignitas, they just wanted to do a lot of rotations, but NIP were like, let's just go to this, straight to the checkpoint, and that's going to be it.
Lynx has switched out from the Torbjorn to the Reaper because they took out his turret as well, so there was no more need for that. It was actually Kinnell that got the kill onto the turret, so that mediated a lot of DPS that were coming onto their team. Yeah. And Bromas, he's got his ult ready. No one to combine it with just yet, so he's probably going to hold on to that for as long as possible. Maybe he's going to use it just to slow the progress, but I think he should hold on to it. Maybe wait for an Ana boost.
Yeah, you kind of saw what Dignitas wanted to do there. They just wanted like a defense from every single angle so that NIP would be afraid to actually go in. But hold that thought, Roman's going to be activating his tactical visor, but it's not going to be enough. NIP are just breezing through this one. Triple, make it a quadra, or even I think a 5k already for their whole team, as Dignitas are going to be forced to respawn on probably the final checkpoint already here.
Bromas has given up on the Soldier 76 because of that wasted ult, and now he switched to the Tracer. And Tracer is so useful, especially for this setup coming out from NIP. Because they always go, normally you see the 3-3, but they're going for 4 tanks here, so they do need that extra little bit of poking damage from the Tracer, so very hard for them to hit, and then it can be Linkser for the cleanup.
Zappy has a Primal Rage. He can just jump in and activate, be the Angry Monkey, and push everybody away from the payload. But Linkser is putting a lot of hurt onto Zappis, and Zappis has to back away as he is not with his whole team. But you have to see that Graviton Surge coming out from Mafu, putting everybody into one single kill. Circling, kill box, whatever you want to call it, and NIP just getting kill after kill after kill, almost getting the team kill.
Actually, that was a team kill.
Survive.
It was Zuppy starting off by killing the Tracer. So you got the support there. That's a support doing his job.
My goodness, NIP are setting their ultimate so well here, and Dignitas have no answer at all. They're shifting their
heroes every now and then, but still nothing is working out well for them.
Anna has her ult ready. They can mix that up with the Linkser and the Graviton Surge, and there he goes. But it doesn't get a hit on anybody.
Rip. That is just
Sad.
indeed. Linkser looking at the Lucio here, has to reload, but Bromas will be there. And even though they weren't able to get immediate kills from that play from Linkser, they were able to actually follow up and stop this push from NIP. So at least at the meantime, Dignitas do stop this aggression, but NIP are going to be back with 4 ultimates to work with, and Dignitas only have 3.
Yeah, they made that work. Linkser just dealing out some DPS, and it was his team ready to clean up, and then you saw Mafu just committing suicide. Okay, we can regroup, guys.
Oh, this could be huge. Both teams have 4 ultimates right now. One good Earth Shatter could be it. Nano boosted Fraggy will be looking onto Valus yet again, and you can see here a Graviton Surge in the backline and a sound barrier used, but does it have a huge effect? I don't think that's going to be the case. Toxican is in no man's land. He's getting focus fire here. He might actually go down. Kinnel gonna be following up onto him, and that's gonna kill onto Toxican. You can see there, Drakeus gonna be charging in, but gets killed by Zappos. This is Team Dignitas going in one after the other, and NIP are gonna just be, okay, going one after the other, we're gonna kill you one by one, and that's gonna be the case. And look at this payload, almost close to that last checkpoint.
It feels like Himsy's not on his game today. You saw him trying to hook a shielded Zarya there, and we could see he was shielded before he even tried to attempt the hook. So Himsy, I don't feel like he's on his best game today.
Yeah, but Himsy doesn't actually need to be on his best game today, as Team Dignitas, or rather NIP, are just breezing through this, and the combo is there. Frozen Drakeus will just be chilly inside his armor. He's gonna try to do it, but does get killed. Bromas is here with the backstab on the Tracer. You can see here lots of damage being put onto the backline, but he is just too little too late. Look at that, the damage onto Fraggy, but that's not going to be enough. The payload's still pushing, and NIP finished this with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left onto their clock.
That was a very dominant display from Ninjas in Pyjamas there. They've won so many of those team fights, and Team Dignitas, I don't know what they were going for. They were being a little bit experimental, it feels like. They went for the Torbjorn and the Soldier 76 to start off that defense, and that's not normally what you'll see in Numbani, not on this current meta.
I just think Dignitas really wanted to upstart or startle NIP there, but NIP, well, again, like I said, they're too tanky. They have to at least have a strategy that will peel off through this hole of NIP, or at least get the immediate kill onto Zuppy, so that there's nobody that actually is sustaining them in the back line. Kill this Ana. That is the only thing that you can actually do against NIP right now that would actually falter, and that will make NIP falter. But that's gonna be that's not gonna be the case. Dignitas though gonna be having Linkser on an offensive Genji.
Sombra supposed to be revealed today. Still not seen her, so
well,
we'll wait.
She is an invisible hero from what I've heard, so you really can't see her today.
We've heard the the voice emotes. I don't need to see you to know you're here. I like that. That's nice. Linkser, he looks like he's going to be going for the Genji. There you go. So difficult to get words out. And I'm not sure how effective that's going to be against this current lineup. They've got too many laser-based moves coming out from Winston and Zarya.
Yes, NIP actually will bring out 4 tanks now. Look at this. They are not going to respect Dignitas at all. And I think having this Winston is definitely going to be a pain in the neck for Linkser, just because, you know, Zappos will have his jump, his leap up every 5 seconds, so he just can keep sticking to Linkser. Even if Linkser can actually just, you know, climb up the walls, it's not going to matter at all, and that Zap will just bypass the parry of the Genji. Now you can see that NIP will be playing on high ground, and Team Dignitas will actually be playing their game as they are looking to actually either go to this high ground or wrap around. That's going to be both of the cases here. Toxic coming in with the initial frags, or trying to go for initial frags, but NIP just stopped them in their tracks. Himsy gets the kill onto Vaneless, and it looks like that first push from Dignitas already stopped, but Bromas getting his own ultimate, so maybe they can use that into the next fight.
You saw that was a team kill. Linkser, there needs to be a switch to a Reaper, and I don't know if this is going to work very well. Team Dignitas, they can't use this nano boost as well as NIP can. I'm thinking if they want to switch Bromas to the Reaper, or actually maybe switch Vaneless to a Zenyatta to do the little bit of extra damage for Bromas, because they're not focus firing any of the tanks here. You need to do that focus fire if you want to take out these tanks.
Bromas Nice ultimate there, taking out Zuppy. That was what I was talking about. And when Zuppy goes down, Team Dignitas can do all the work. Himsy gets a good hook onto Evokje there, but it's not going to be enough. At least they get themselves the first point, and this could be what Dignitas are looking for. It's not a fast NIP, but if they can work this second push quickly, they can maybe outtime NIP here.
I spoke too soon. They're actually making this work. Although I don't know how much of a difference Lynx is making. Maybe he wants to switch to the Reaper for that extra damage. The Dragon Blade, yeah, it can do good damage. Quickly take out the supports and then maybe try and follow up onto the tanks. But you can see Zappa's actually switched out to the Mei here to try and slow their progression.
Yeah, and if he has that Blizzard, if he can contain Linkser in that one, this Ninja will be for naught. Now Fraggy is put into a bad position. Eugene Teokure already activated by Linkser, hidden with Tsurugi as the nano boost is put onto him, but he doesn't get too much out of that one. Kino does get killed by him though, so at least that's one support, but they always want to get the kill onto Zuppy because Zuppy is the tower that puts, or the glue that holds NIP together. Mafu is on a rampage, 80% onto his charge, and he is pushing back Dignitas' attack here. And Linkser will be put back into the Reaper, like you said, and let's see how they approach this one.
I feel like NIP, they might be thinking about the long term here. They might be thinking, maybe we don't, but they might be able to push this all the way to the end. So what we say is, we go with the Mei and slow the progression so that when it goes into sudden death, they won't have much time to work with, or at least not as much time as we have.
Offensive Graviton Surge there by Mafu, and you can see that they are just stacking up kill after kill. Dignitas don't know what to do at all. Evokje is in no man's land. He's getting slapped away by Fraggy, and will he survive? Oh look, he survives with a sliver of HP, and is just gonna go and kill himself so that no points will be, or no percentages will be stacked on by NMP with his demise.
It's gonna be a tactical regroup there as well coming out from him.
Dignitas have only a few ultimates to work with. Bromas is there. The Big Bang is a possibility here for Dignitas, and NIP could be caught off guard. There's an offensive nano boost onto Fraggy, and he is going right at it. Blizzard to boot, as well as that Earth Shatter is just crowd controlling everyone from Dignitas to their deaths. Fraggy's backing off a little bit as he's down on HP and actually swipes Bromas as Bromas was put into a very close quarter range combat there. The hammer was too much for the pulse.
He survived
Pistols
there on 15 HP, and actually it looked like there was bad communication coming from Team Dignitas because he did get put to sleep, and he almost got put
Drakeus! Oh man, he almost died there. Graviton Surge, Big Bang is a possibility here. Will they use it as Himsy with enough? He's gonna be activating his own whole hog, tossing in his back, and Blizzard activated there by Zappis gets the freeze, and Himsy is looking for the whites of Drakeus' eyes, even gets the hook onto Linkser, and Himsy is starting to go on fire right now as he is hitting his hooks.
Yeah, you saw Himsy. You saw Himsy getting really close to the Reinhardt. It looks like he wanted to go for a kiss almost, but I think he was going for the headshot.
I think he's just
onto
looking for the
Reinhardt.
white of his eyes, man.
Like, he doesn't have white, he's wearing a helmet.
Maybe, you never know.
Okay.
Maybe that Baldrich armor, you can see a little bit through the helmet.
That's sweet.
And Zappis has been putting a lot of these ice walls as Fraggy's going in with the nano boost charge, but Drakeus is here as well. Nano boost is not going to be effective for Drakeus, but you can see that Earth Shatter just to stop him in his tracks. The damage of that Pulse Bomb not enough to take down Fraggy. Armor is still pretty huge for this Reinhardt. Zappis again with another Blizzard. How many times has he had this Blizzard up? It's been too much for Dignitas here to handle, and with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock, NIP are actually, threatening to take out Dignitas in this best of 3 already.
Ninjas in Pyjamas, they were punished there, and Team Dignitas somehow ended on top of that. I thought that Ninjas in Pyjamas was actually going to win that fight, but there you go. And they still got 2 ults to work with there, and only 1 left for NIP.
I'm actually jinxing it a little bit, just because every time I say that, they're gonna be able to actually stop Dignitas in their tracks, and then Dignitas gets like a triple kill and then pushes the payload.
Maybe they can hear us.
Oh, that's terrible.
Bromas there, put to sleep. Maybe they want to push him back around the corner. I've actually seen that done before. A sleeping Reaper waiting around the corner, and it was a Mei that pushed him back behind the lines so they wouldn't get killed.
Did they hear that Linkser actually teleported or shadow stepped into that connector room right there? Fraggy's not even putting in the second look. Linkser's right there, but we'll have to shadow raised to his team. Oh, that Graviton Surge is going to be putting Drakeos and tossing it without their team. And Fraggy is just going to be slapping at them and gets a double kill. Oh no, Vegas has out to drop down as his teammates are dying all around him. You can see that it's going to be also the case for MFJ there. Oh my goodness, the humanity. NIP are coordinating these attacks and are pushing back Dignitas though. And what can they do?
Well, look at this. Team Dignitas, they went for the regroup there. They said, okay, we're not going to win this one, but we've got our ults ready. So let's just regroup now, and now we can push together. Look, they've got 5 ults on the board. Drakius, well, he's about half his way, but they can make this work really well. The Beyblade coming out, plus the Pulse Bomb possibly coming from Tracer.
The explosive Beyblade could be the case, but Zappas, time and time again, has been putting so many beautiful blizzards there just to stop Dignitas. One ultimate to rule them all, and that will be Zappas. But still, look at this. You can see that Dignitas are holding on by a thread. Gets a 4K, Elixir with the 2K, and they are pushing this payload. 55 seconds left onto the clock, but NIP have the respawn advantage here. They can just come out time and time again, and one good ice wall could make or break it for Team Dignitas. They have no ultimates left, and NIP have 2.
It looks like they were actually thinking for the long term. Look how much time Team Dignitas have to work with if they win this final push.
Oh no, backstab comes in from Himsy and is just lining it up. Fraggy charges in with the ice wall to boot, and the link onto Elixir gets the kill onto him. Himsy is back, baby, and you can see now they are pushing back Dignitas. 20 seconds left on the clock, and Dignitas is getting bombarded here with hooks by Himsy. What is Ninja Pyjamas doing right now? They are just killing Dignitas left and right. Drakeos going in, but cannot do the charge that he needs to do.
There's no time to work with. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left. They're nowhere near the payload. They need to get onto it to continue
This
the push.
is
Links are
gonna
nowhere
be
near.
it. NIP win this 2-0.
Mid-air hook, man.
Onto Team Dignitas as well. I did not expect that. I was thinking we're going to see a third map coming out of these guys.
You know, I really thought, like, if ever Dignitas were able to push this into a sudden death, they actually had a good defense on Dorado. They could actually replicate something like that if they didn't do their initial strategy defense on this particular map. But it's over. It's all over.
Let's see the play of the game.
Goodness, Fraggy has been putting so many good Earth Shatters. You see there that if Drakeos goes in, he would just use the Earth Shatter on Drakeos, and then everybody cannot follow up on onto Dignitas' side.
I believe that this is the first time